14-year-olds watching my content because I'm a clip farmer. I'm sorry, but that's got no longevity. I didn't want to be just an e-girl online. Hi friends, we are doing a huge life update because we've got a lot to talk about. So the past few years have honestly just been a whirlwind. You've seen me live many different lives, be in many different houses, move probably 4 or 5 times since knowing me. And honestly, everything has just been a bit of a mess and I've been completely unsettled. And I think coming to the end of the year, it's time to give you a life update, address everything that's gone on this year and I haven't told you. Just speak about if I kind of want to do this anymore and what I want from this certain time of my life. If you care, do you care? If you do care, then you can watch and learn and listen. But if you don't care, I shall see you in the next video. Hopefully. Let's talk about my disabilities. So I have expressed that I do have ADHD and autism, and many people don't believe this because they'll see me go to events and present really greatly and think, oh, she's going there on her own. I'm not on my own. For one, I think people believe that I don't struggle with that element of my life because they don't see the meltdowns, the breakdowns, the hospitalizations, or the medication that I have been put on to learn to cope with those situations. So due to my disabilities, you've seen a lot of videos of me stating that I don't have many friends, I don't have friends and I don't see people. That has not really changed to some capacity. However, I have upped my game, and this year I have seen 3 different friends that I've met online on 4 different occasions. So I have had 4 friendships meetups this whole year, which is twice more than last year. So I'm doing well, I'm doing better at socializing. However, I have met amazing people online from my Twitch chat and from the gaming space, and I have a lot of fun texting them, and that's how I like my friendships. And honestly, that's okay. I have never felt loneliness. I like being by myself as well. I like doing things alone. I've never felt the feeling of, oh my gosh, I feel so alone. I need 21,000 friends around me. These events that you see me going to, they're fun for the time being, and they're fun for the fact that I'm doing this for work. But it's something that I do for a job. Just like when I worked at a care home, I would have to go out for a job. Do you know what I mean? That has stayed the same. I don't crave any in real life friendships or anything like that really. One thing that is fantastic is that I have started ballet, and I did a show this year. I had a complete breakdown and meltdown afterwards because I hated the way I looked. Sorry to trigger anyone. I thought I looked huge on stage when I looked back. And I just felt like I did a really, really bad job. I went home and I cried, and then I literally was so mean to myself for about 4 days afterwards. However, that has completely been great for me because I've got a performance next year and I'm working really, really hard. I train every single day. I have multiple ballet lessons a week in ballet classes, and my flexibility is getting really good. I am very close to achieving a full split with ease, which is also great. I want to be your gaming ballerina. That's what I want to be. Honest with you, I do suffer with body dysmorphia sometimes. Honestly, ballet doesn't help, especially if I was a mixed race girl who was naturally very petite. I don't have any hips and have worked out my whole life to be thicker. I now look at myself and I feel like, oh my gosh, I am really big. Or I look at myself and think, oh my gosh, I just don't have the right body type. And that's something that I'm working on mentally, but that has been very brain consuming. I just want to be honest about it because I think a lot of people aren't honest about the way they feel. I think a lot of people aren't very honest about how they perceive themselves, and they think, oh, she posts so many selfies, she loves herself. No, some days I look in the mirror and hate myself and think, ugh, disgusting. I mean, I was close to getting lip filler and face filler. I didn't get it. I'm not changing my face anytime soon, but it was a point where I was very close to booking it and just looking at myself every day and just thinking, ew. Another big update is I had management. I signed to management this year and I thought my life would change, but I ended up leaving them after 7 weeks. The reason for that is because I'm so used to managing myself that having a manager, I thought, for one, blocked certain opportunities because I've already built relationships. And second of all, I just didn't like it. I'm so used to having things the way I want to do things. I don't want to feel any pressure, and I just felt pressure from that. I think I've actually decided that I would like an agent rather than a manager, because what I really want to work on is maybe acting again. And I think that's what I'd want for my future, rather than a manager for my social media career, which I kind of feel really weird about. Like, it's a very empty profession and it's not really that soul giving. I mean, you give your soul, but it's not really, this is something that I'm doing for the universe. I want to do better. I want to give more, and I want to do more meaningful content, basically, and that's what I'm working on. And a manager can't make me do that. Only I can make myself do that. They can bring more campaigns and opportunities and put me on podcasts and put me on TV shows for influencers, but I don't want to do any of those TV shows. I've turned down those before, and I just want to concentrate on building for myself. So I was managed, dropped management. Yeah, we'll see what happens next year. After that, I was given a few hosting opportunities, which I'm really grateful for, and presenting opportunities, and I've actually got another presenting opportunity this Tuesday, and then I'm flying out with a dream brand that I'm really happy, that is giving goodness to my soul, on Friday. So things are looking up without having a actual set in stone manager. Things are going the way I want it to. It's just putting things out into the universe and doing things that I want to do myself, and not what I think people want me to do, because that's not how I want to live my life, really. I want to live my life doing things that I want, doing things that I feel is good for me and my brain and my soul, basically. There is somewhere that I'm going, and I've had to get 2 amazing dresses, and I have posted the BTS on my Patreon, so if you want to check that out, some early access and BTS there. The next thing I want to talk about is my baby. He isn't dead. He didn't die. I don't know if you've kept up with the law. I was told that my dog, if I didn't pay 6 grand to my vet, that he would only have a few months to live. Didn't pay 6 grand to my vet. Turns out he just needed like a simple operation, which was about £1,000 instead. But we got the report back from the vet, and they said that he had basically cancer and he was going to die. I got someone else to look at the veterinary report, and it turns out he didn't have cancer at all. They didn't know if he had cancer, and he isn't going to die. So I have lost all faith in vets. I spent about 2 weeks of my life in bed crying, wanting to not be alive. I thought I was going to lose the absolute best thing in the world. Vets are liars, can't trust vets, and always get a 3rd, 4th and a 5th opinion. Now on to gaming and streaming, and do I want to be here, and did I actually want to quit? I think there was an immense pressure for me that I felt a few years ago to be a certain way and act a certain way and kind of give my soul to the world and buy into this whole e-girl thing online. You know, those girls that make videos with boys for clickbait, and or just clickbaity and fake and soulless. I think that that's the line that I thought I was going to go down. And then when I look at other people's content like that, and when I look at what makes me happy, I think that doing that kind of content makes me feel sick, to be honest. It's just, I think I also, and I've done this before, obviously when I was younger, fed into a certain way that my audience wanted me to be. And don't get me wrong, I'm a hyperactive girly. I have my moments of just being like, blah, blah, blah. But when I was streaming, it was like people would come to see that side of me. And then I just thought, you know what? I'm not feeling like that today. I'm going to be myself. I just thought, you know what? This is leaving me in a position where I'm not being taken seriously, and I'm also not attracting the audience that I want to attract. I want to attract that people that watch me for me, not watch me for my crash outs or me being silly or for my really great calves. Okay, calves, you know? I understand people watch people because of how they look, or I do that is the big change for me, where I thought, you know what, no, I'm gonna start doing content I like doing, that's being taken seriously. I just want my content to be about the things that I love and attract people that like the things that I love too. I really don't wish to sell my soul to feed into the algorithm in a certain way anymore, and I thought that was the way to grow. I would definitely rather earn 1 subscriber a month than make clickbaity, rage baity, thirst trappy content that would attract thousands of people for the wrong reasons, I guess. I've grown up, I live in a little cozy grandma house, and I like cozy games, RPGs, board games, and nerdy things actually. So that's what I want to portray to the world. I don't want 14-year-olds watching my content because I'm a clip farmer. I'm sorry, but that's got no longevity. I found myself this year enjoying games like Red Dead Redemption, Cyberpunk. Disney Dreamlight Valley is my ultimate favorite game that I've sunk 300 hours into that game. I have big long sessions of it. I would love to show you my Disney Dreamlight Valley town. I'm a huge fan of Disney, huge fan of musical theatre, huge fan of all of that over the top kind of stuff, and I would like to feed that into my life. So if you guys want to see my Disney World and what I've designed, let me know, because I think it's beautiful. I also want to take you guys on more solo trips. I love solo trips so much. They're my favorite things to do in the world. I love exploring. I love going out in nature. I love reading in nature. And I think it's important to show that you can do things on your own and it can be fun and it can be... So more of that next year as well, as alongside my cozy gaming stuff and just my yapping about games. And I'm a huge fan of retro gaming at the minute as well, so that's good. I also don't feel any kind of pressure to have any kind of success, and I feel like that is a reason why I did drop my management, because I'm not trying to be the next Jake Paul or Pokimane. I'm just trying to be me. The only thing that I do want, which is going to add a little bit of pressure, is I do want a cow, which is going to lead to needing a bigger house, a bigger garden, and a little bit of a lake or a stream. So I think that we're working hard so we can get that over the next 3 years, but that will be a journey that you guys will come on with us as well. But yeah, no desire to be a rich, famous streamer or anything like that. I would like to make more book content, but I'm not sure if you guys like that. And I would also like to do more ASMR on my ASMR channel. So yes, that is my life update. If you want some more BTS, I think I'm going to focus a lot on my Patreon next year, because I do feel like I didn't put enough effort in this year. There's a lot of BTS on there, a lot of pictures and stuff, but I love cosplaying and I want to do some really professional, high quality cosplays. On that note, that's my life update. I feel like it was ridiculously long, but I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week for either a solo trip somewhere or a cozy kind of gaming video of gaming yaps. But yeah, we can't leave without the cyber hugs. Lovely.